And if I am, you have no idea how happy that makes me. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. And just like that, that's a wrap on. You have no idea what that represented. I found a blockage. I feel like I've just grown so much in compassion in the last 24 hours. Monday motivation, be compassionate, because if you're not compassionate, it's going to fuck with your output. It's going to fuck with your general well-being on a day-to-day level, and it's not a recipe for happiness. And I wish I was talking about this last week, but yeah, still relevant this week. Still relevant forever, as stressed, as crazy as everyone is and the world appears right now. It's a gift to be compassionate right now, to strengthen your kindness. This is two of the things that really matter the most right now, and are just paramount for your well-being, as well as how you show up in the world, because it impacts others if you're not being like that. And yeah, if you're not compassionate, it's also telling a lot about you. Reason I'm getting on camera right now, number one, all my fucking one tabs were just deleted. I had like 600 everything, so that's interesting. Thank God I feel okay about that. But so I quickly researched, where did all my one tabs go? And then found this article by Workona, I think is pronounced. And it's just about like, what do you do if this happens? But it also pitches their product at the same time. And I'm like, okay, you know, I just lost all my one tabs. Might as well check this out. This is fucking sick. Look at this. This right here is what actually really sold me. I'm like, what? How many of us do this? We just have a million different tabs for a specific project, and then just it gets lost and all crazy. And this is game changing. I'm fascinated. Look at this. This is big facts. As soon as I look at this, I'm like, yes, it just makes so much sense. Oh God, this is actually fucking sick. What's the pricing though? Not bad. Free for 10 workspaces. Can work for this. I don't think I need more than 10 workspaces right now, so let's fucking do this. Sign up free. First thoughts, this is fucking sick. Second thought, I'll probably need to go through some tutorials still to truly figure out how the best way is to use this, but I can just sense that there's just some absolute gold here, and just through my little experiments real quick of just seeing what this is like, this is game changing on a browser level. I'm in love with this already. I can just see it. Hi, buddy. Come here. Dues paid. Day is going well so far. Got some good progress on the website front. I'll circle back to that later, but just worked out, had a good workout. Wish I woke up a little bit earlier. My sleep schedule is not on point as it was a couple weeks ago. I've fallen off a tiny bit, but still 9 a.m. type of thing, but I wish I was getting up at like 6 a.m. I'm fucking tired. That workout probably took way too fucking long, but it is what it is. And now we continue with the progress today. But the one thing before I'll say that, it's so much easier to work out when you stop masturbating. What the fuck? Because you have all this excess sexual energy, you're like, fuck yeah, workouts are just like, they just become so much easier. You're deriving fuel from somewhere, right? When you're all filled up like that, awful word to use, but charged up, then it becomes so much more natural to pump. God, another bad word choice. It becomes so much more natural to lift as heavy as you can and just go as hard as you can. And again, that's another shitty fucking word choice, but it is what it is. So if you weren't present to last week's vlog, I'm on day 8 at this point of no masturbation, and it's hard, but it's also really good for gaining fuel in the right directions, because the energy has to go somewhere. So I'd rather channel into in progress, and same with the time as well. Like, okay, that is enough for me right now. See you later. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm half asleep right now. First off, we got a few things going on. Number one, I have no idea what's going on with my hair. I tried something new with these, like, I don't even know. I want to say like mini just fall down things. I almost said bangs, but they're definitely not bangs. I don't know what they're called, but I'm just trying different hairstyles to make my ponytail more interesting. Okay. Next, posted some reflections. We're getting close being caught up now. I don't even know if they're actually good. I really just do wonder on a daily basis, like, hey, are these any good? I also feel like my communication style has changed a shit ton in the past couple months, so I'm not so sure if those old ones are as valuable as I was thinking they were, but that is the beauty about evolution. We're constantly, I mean, I don't know about the rest of the world, I am constantly getting better at XYZ skills. In this case, communication, storytelling, and things that matter in that type of realm. Next, I was also loving David Icke today. I was listening to David Icke round 5, and it just gives me so much fucking hope, man. Like, I don't agree with everything he's saying, but it's, generally speaking, some really rational and thoughtful perspectives on things that are going on within our world that people are too afraid to talk about. It's just real, I think, but you can think whatever you want. Okay, let's talk about Google Fonts for a second. In my discovery today, I was originally gonna do Railway, but do you see how it's like wider in nature? It just gets too wide, I find, and I found that this only really looked good in full caps. So if we could say something in caps. It was at this moment that he knew he was about to make a dad joke. Boom. It just looks a lot better like that than what it was normally. So I was like, fuck it. Let's research some other great headline fonts, because I was very clear at this point that earlier on today, I was researching Medium. They might have the best body font for any serif from what I've seen. So I was like, fuck it. Let's try to find the best Google font closest to that, and that is Laura. Boom. She is nice. So that's gonna be my body font, which means non-headline type of stuff, unless I'm still unsure of what I'm doing for like buttons and accents and all the things, but we shall see. And I'm pleased, because honestly, before I was just discouraged. I was like, fuck, if I don't launch this website with the right type of typography, the right type of typography, I just can't do it. I need the typography to be at least on point, if not amazing. My designer part of me is definitely kicking in when it comes to typography and web format. Okay, but that was my main takeaway today. I'm pleased. I can work with this, and I like this a lot. Source Fonts Pro, I fucking love you. Laura, I fucking love you as well. Josh Moxey, out. This is what my brain sounds like right now. Oh, I'd like that. What up, world? Just eating some breakfast real quick. Toast and an omelet. But I was just listening to David Icke, round 5. And it just has my brain going like it did in there, just like it's going so fucking fast right now. And it's making me just wonder, like, what world are we headed into? And it's concerning as fuck. It makes me really sad too. As I'm listening to this interview, I'm just like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. If we choose to head down the routes we might be heading down, if David Icke is speaking truth, which personally I believe he is. So this is just like, it's just shaking me to a certain degree right now. Between like all the topics discussed in this interview, which I'm not going to talk about, you can visit the interview for yourself, but I'm not looking to be censored right now for bringing up those topics, but it's concerning, man. However, there's one amazing point of view that I really appreciated. Very simple, very practical, which is you don't have to say yes, you can say no. And when enough people say no, they have no choice. It's merely just a few people who are behind all this, in my opinion, and this meaning what's discussed in the interview. It's only a handful of people who are truly, truly in power and truly in control. And at the same time, the only way you let anyone have control over you is if you let them, and if you say yes, and if you give them your power. You always have that choice at the end of the day. When enough people say no, they have no choice. They lose their power. And I'm talking about they as in the handful. And that's relieving to know. But at the same time, I'm like, how the fuck can I influence this for a better future? I'm like, also, some of the things he's bringing up, I'm like, I thought autonomous driving was incredible and I was so looking forward to that. And now knowing that it might not be so great, fuck, you really need to watch that interview to understand where I'm thinking right now. Why my head is in this direction mentally right now. That's damn good. I wish I had more followers. I wish, and you know why? Because I want to be able to create an impact for this specific movement as well. As much as I like hate talking about conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but when it's the truth, or at least what I perceive to be the truth, it's challenging not to, because if I don't say anything, I'm part of the problem. And by not saying anything, I am harming people because I'm not helping people. That's concerning to me. I want to be historically correct. I also want to make sure I'm living on a planet I buy into, that I believe in. If everything goes to shit in the way that it might, what do I do? Do I stay here? Do I stay on Earth? If that's an option at that point? I don't know. I've never felt more alone. It's crazy. Thank God for things like spirituality reminding me that like this physical is merely an illusion, and that I came here for a specific reason at this specific time to be a part of God knows what manifests in this lifetime for me, but it's all by design. And that brings me hope. But equally, when I'm on the physical level, I'm like, what the fuck is going on out here? Like, what is happening? And yet, people can't wrap their head around masks. Fuck me. And I'm talking about the anti. Just like how people are just so sold on this type of thing. I'm just like, oh God. So if you only knew, people, if you only knew. But I'm not going to impact those people by shaming them. I do have empathy for them. Even if it is challenging some days, it's their perception, and they think that's right. And like, we're all just trying to do what we think is right out here. But to shame people for doing what they think is right is pathetic. I have very little tolerance for that, and I'm just not interested. It's a very low level way of living, in my opinion. But yeah, that is what's going on for me a lot today. What a weird life. What a weird world. And it's also strange to think that I just might like leave everything and become a hermit. That's an option. And then bye-bye vlog if that happens. As much as I would love to keep the vlog going, it scares me, the censorship and all that type of stuff. I'm just like, what is the actual end game here? Such is life sometimes, and I'll just continue doing what I can control, doing what I think is right, doing what I feel is right at an intuition level, and questioning everything to arrive at the highest level of truth. That's always the goal. That is always the goal. How can I get to the highest level of truth? Anyways, I guess message for today is absolutely question everything and shoot for the highest truth, and question your own beliefs, which is what I'm doing right now, and question the sources you're listening to and all of it. Just question everything. Ask why. Ask where the money leads. Ask who benefits from this. Ask what if the opposite was true. All these types of things. You'll get closer and closer to the truth. Man, it is fucking hilarious and humbling, all of the things that WordPress and Elementor can do combined with each other that I was trying to do with my own custom websites back in the day. Advanced custom fields, blowing my fucking mind right now. I've just discovered advanced custom fields yesterday. It's data that is like in a key value type of format that is generating or working with Elementor to generate the page's content dynamically. I was obsessed and have been obsessed for the longest time with this idea of generating dynamic content, because I don't want to make a page and then me change my design schema and everything else stays the same in the past, and I have to go back and edit everything and change it all. And that just sounds like a fucking nightmare. That's not how I roll ever, so fuck that shit. Anyways, I'm so also grateful for the ability to just learn all of this online and on YouTube. Like, shout out to this guy right here. That is who I'm currently learning from in this moment. And I'm just man, YouTube is just such a fucking incredible resource, as is WordPress, as is Advanced Custom Fields, as is Elementor Pro. And I'm so pleased that I can create like fucking something like this, where this is generated, and this is generated, and this is generated, and this is generated. This is also generated, this is generated. Just based on the data that it's given originally, it's generating HTML output. And like that has, for a long time, I've just been obsessed with that. That's just, if you know anything about web development, you can understand how much easier that makes your life. I'm so pleased with this. This makes me happy. Also, you know what else makes me happy? Fucking drinking. It's nice. It doesn't actually make me happy, but it's nice for a second. I use this as an opportunity to quickly talk about Alexander Keys. I used to love Bud Light and all these things, but they just taste too watery now, if I'm being completely real with myself. But I'll still drink them, but I like more. Obviously, Keys isn't very like strong or hoppy. What percentage? 5.0. It's not crazy. But man, beer as a taste is just nice. Just, it's a beautiful thing. As is wine. I mean, most of the things are just beautiful in their own way, but wine and beer are just beautiful. I love them. Also, fries are very chill. Oh shit. Yes. I'm so excited. So this is what I ended up getting. It's fucking 8 terabytes. This thing is fucking beautiful. Oh my gosh. Basically, the whole point of this thing, backup hard drive, is because otherwise I'm gonna have to pay a shit ton of Google Drive storage every month, which I don't want to do. Not a good idea for me. And iCloud, same thing. I don't want to do that either. This is gonna save my ass. Also, now being able to post whatever I feel like, knowing that it's all gonna be on this bad boy. This is like the main reason I'm buying this, because I feel like I'm being held back because I'm trying to keep all of my things, all of my messages in a backup for the long-term documentation of my journey. And when I feel like it could get removed at any point, I'm like, why am I actually doing this? Now knowing that it's all gonna be on here no matter what is a beautiful thing. She's excited. How the fuck am I missing 700 gigabytes? Just learned that it's something about bytes versus actual decimals. Okay, fuck. Well, I still want this many bytes. I want 8.7 trillion bytes, not 8 trillion bytes. Good to know though, good to know. What is life? If not, coming back from a workout while things are still working on themselves. Shout out drive back up and eating beef jerky and being in the sun. The little things. Appreciate your little things. Appreciate your day to day. Because there's no amount of success, no amount of achievement that is ever going to bring you more happiness than what you're doing today. It starts with gratitude today, which makes a successful tomorrow a happy one. P.S. I know I'm not showing a ton of work right now, but like, it's happening. I just don't feel like putting everything on my vlog. But instead, you get beef jerky and motivation. Guys, I've literally had hiccups for like 7 hours straight, I think. I don't know what the fuck's going on. This is getting out of control right now, this hiccup situation. I hit the holy number. Let's go. So technically August 5th, 2020, finally hit 69. Nice. Let's go. Posting Reflections 80 tomorrow. Someday, this series is just gonna be like a distant memory. It's crazy to think about. It's so close to being closed out at this point. Insane. And it's also just so responsible for so many good things. And holy fuck, there's gonna be so much good recall that comes from this. Can't fucking wait. It's amazing. Also, I feel like I'm practicing compassion really fucking well tonight. It all just started with like a nice conversation where I completely disagreed with someone, they completely disagreed with me, and then he's like, agreed that we respect each other's beliefs, but we just disagree. And it was just like so fucking nice. And that was Riley Bennett's boyfriend, Isaac Bass. And I just loved that. Like, it's great. And then that led me to like feeling just way fucking better. And I just feel so compassionate right now. Like, people do not need to agree with me, and I don't need to agree with people. And I just feel like so much more grounded right now. And I don't feel like I need to convince anyone either. I'm just gonna do me and continue doing me. And for me, find the highest truth, whatever that is. And yeah, I don't really need other people to buy into the way I look at the world or approach the world. It's everyone's way. Like, anyone can do them. They don't need to succumb to what the world thinks, what their neighbors thinks, what their friends think, what their family thinks. They don't. They just need to find what works for them, what's their truth, what resonates with them at the highest level. What a world, what a life. I love my evolution. It's a beautiful thing. In the past week, I'm not really feeling typing in the same way I used to in terms of my desire to grow. It just doesn't feel like it's the right move anymore, so I'm going to be cutting it out. And when I talk about typing, I'm specifically referring to I went from one finger on each side, or like 1.5 type of thing on each side. Sometimes I would throw in another finger, but then I went from 70 words per minute with that, or 75 words per minute, somewhere in between there, and then moved to 2 fingers. Started off at 30 words per minute, and then it moved all the way to an average of 80, going as high as 91, I think is my highest so far. But I'm just not feeling it anymore. I feel like I can be spending my time in better ways throughout this 15 minutes or 30 minutes, or whatever the fuck I spend on it daily. So it's come to its point where it's time to cut it off. And like, you can't commit to things for forever. Nothing is meant to last forever. And it's a good thing to break off habits and practices at a certain point if they're no longer serving you. In this case, typing daily, practicing this is no longer serving me anymore. It used to, and it served its purpose, and now I'm good with where I'm at. Around 80 words per minute, I can chill with this for a second. In the future, I might pick it up again, but as of right now, I am good. So, in your life, be sure to remind yourself that like, something just might not be serving you anymore, and just because you did it in the past does not mean you need to do it in the future again. And it's healthy at times to absolutely cut out practices, situations, habits, etc. that have served you in the past but don't serve your mission going forward. It's always challenging cutting things off like that, because you kind of just want to stay consistent with what your word was, but it's also crucial to change your word. I found a blockage. Sitting here looking at WordPress site, I don't really feel like working. But not in a resistant way, it's more just like a chill way. But I think resistance might be hiding within that chill, because I'm noticing a pattern. I'm like, it's not just WordPress that I don't want to work on, and it's also Notion stuff, and it's also editing stuff. The theme between all of these projects right now is I specifically do not want to work on my next steps, which happen to be very like in the dirt. So for example, with Notion, I don't feel like sorting pages. I don't feel like adding data. I don't even feel like defining things right now, even though I love defining things normally. With WordPress, I don't feel like generating the energy to come up with the data types. I don't feel like entering the pages. With video editing, I don't feel like sitting down and actually like going through the film and footage and stuff like that. I don't feel like sitting down and editing the vlog. I don't feel like posting. So within all of these, I'm wondering, hey, is there a pattern of resistance here that's sneakily making me rationalize, I don't want to work? So we do a session, imagine a session right here, because I'm not showing you that part. And then I will come back later on. Get some charged up water first. So you can see right there, source energy medicine, which is the form of energy work that I do in a water version. And then an integration phase within the shower, because fuck it, feels nice. So just vibe. With the integration phase, by the way, you can do whatever. You could literally be in a meeting, a business meeting, a negotiation. You could be on your bed. You could be in the mountains. It doesn't fucking matter. All that matters is you're allowing that energy to flow through and making sure that you're in this type of space mentally, emotionally, energetically, where you can allow your energy field to be worked on. Well, it's technically your higher self is working on it, but that's a different conversation right now. So I find myself saying things like, I'm thankful and grateful for this session landing, and I'm thankful and grateful for allowing this session to occur. I allow myself to receive this session, and thank you for receiving the session, and I give myself permission to accept this session, and to like, stuff like that, okay? I'm thinking too much right now. That's another thing. Get your fucking thoughts out of the way, because thoughts can sometimes stop things, and I'm gonna stop this because I can't really truly allow when I'm just communicating on camera. So see you in a second. So I didn't fully touch on why I'm using water as part of the integration process. Number one, it's energetically charged, which means it's going to be at similar frequencies as my session that just occurred. Just at an energetic level. If you were to literally take like a measurement to it, it's going to be calibrating at very similar levels, if not the same. But energy work just goes so much faster than water. But this like works in conjunction with hydration as well, to just make sure that you are receiving at the highest level. And then when the session is done, you can also do things with the water to support the session ongoing. And you can re-receive the session if you're still able to, type of thing. There's some asterisks there that I'll get into another time, but yeah, so water. It's just serving as a tool here to assist the integration process. You're just going to be allowing at such a deeper level when you're both hydrated and getting the physical version of the energetic session, if you will. Another thing, how I feel when I'm feeling it is like it's like a buzz in the body type of thing. My mood starts to raise from wherever it was. Even if I was feeling great, I feel greater. If I was feeling bad, I feel progressively better. So bad, neutral, good, amazing type of thing. Amazing usually just means peaceful. That's usually how that goes. Like I'm barely able to talk right now because I'm just in a very peaceful state. Personally, even as I was recording before, I was just like, it's hard to just speak when all this is going on. In addition, and then I'm just overwhelming amounts of peace and bliss and all that jazz. So I'm gonna continue allowing, and catch you soon. You know, I was talking about compassion last night. I'm still working on it, and I feel like I'm growing so much in compassion. You know, I don't need to lash out. I don't need to fight people. I want to learn, and I also want to put my opinions on wax, but not in a way that's like pushing people away. And also just coming from just a more like humble place. I have had this sense in the past where I'm just like, I need to it's such a silly thing. That's why I'm shaking my head. I'm like, why did I do this? But I also had to be compassionate to my past self, because I just felt like I needed to just come at things from such a arrogant way that pushes people away. It works with some people, don't get me wrong, but I think a humble approach is a beautiful thing, because you can't argue with someone who's just coming from things in a way where they just say it's their opinion, their take, their perspective, and I'm just not interested in trying to be the be-all end-all, saying that I'm right and they're wrong, because it's not a thing. And just being open, because I don't know everything. It's a dangerous trap when you think you do. Also, assuming is dangerous. very dangerous. So, yeah. Anyways, this is literally just on Twitter, but it's very important. If I can do it on Twitter, I feel like I can do it anywhere. Because Twitter is a fucking... Oh, God. Twitter is a nightmare. But, and it's just been crazy for me recently. I just don't like arguing, and yeah. So it's practicing my compassion, practicing my empathy. Even for people who believe the complete opposite of me, that is my goal. If I can be at peace with someone who thinks in the complete opposite worldview as I, you should be able to be at peace with that and that not irk you. It quickly tells you if your beliefs are internally rooted or if they are externally rooted, because if they're externally rooted and if someone disagrees with you, that will seriously fuck with you. And it's done that to me a ton in the past, where someone will disagree with me and I just feel like they need to agree with me, and that just comes from not being good with this simple thing: my beliefs do not require others. When you're good with that, you don't need that other person's approval, acceptance, or to agree with you, because your beliefs don't require anyone. They're inside. And that's it. You don't need anyone else to agree with you. Yeah. It's a pretty powerful place to be. And yeah, above all, I know I'm doing the right thing for me in this current specific situation and this moment. I mean, the world's ever changing, as are my beliefs. And yeah, I'm compassionate to the way people are going to approach COVID. I don't like when they shame me. I don't love that, and I'm definitely taking notes about who is doing what and how they're approaching it. I just fucking love when people treat me with respect, even if they disagree with it. That means so much to me. I love how all of this has I feel like I've just grown so much in compassion in the last 24 hours. It's crazy. What a beautiful gift, which I can take anywhere if I keep this up. Oh no. Love you, caffeine. Let's fucking go. And just like that, that's a wrap on Reflections. I am looking forward to the next series, but boy, I will always have a special place in my heart for Reflections, because it just did help me with consistency, with creating content on a regular basis, sticking towards that schedule, forcing me to create, forcing me to document, and getting very vulnerable and getting practice on camera and all of the other things that I can't think of right now because it's 2:20 a.m. I don't know why I'm still up. I'm crazy. But yeah, I thought that would be interesting today to show you guys a slow-mo version of my day. I tried to also show you that there was a lot of cool things happening as time went on, very related to yesterday's session of the whole I didn't want to work type of thing. I loved working today. I was free flowing. Everything was like just getting out of my way. It was beautiful. And I love when days go like that so much. So a lot of breakthroughs today happened, and I was very pleased with that. And it's just always cool just to be like, here's what I couldn't do yesterday, and here's what I can do today, type of thing. So overall, there was just so many like random little things that I felt very blocked on yesterday that I do not feel blocked on anymore. And I started taking action upon those things, and it just felt amazing. It integrated so fucking well. It's beautiful. Highly recommend you checking Energy Workout if you're interested in that. There should be free stuff available at some point. That's at least the goal as of right now. And just for main things, it was just like really cool to see like me take action on certain Elementor stuff today. You saw me move some things in Notion. I was so resistant to moving them before, but just like merge some databases tonight and other stuff. But yeah, also the Elementor Pro shit. Holy fucking shit, I love WordPress so fucking much. I can't get enough of it. Okay, that's about it for me right now. Good day, felt good, had a good time. I love you all. Good night. Also, holy fuck Leafs. I'm so glad I witnessed just a small fraction of that. I only tuned in for goals 3 and 4, but holy fuck. Turns out we just turned on the firepower in the last 5 minutes and scored three goals with our own empty net, and then 1-0 to OT. That's just insane. Fucking bananas. Something that's very top of mind right now is absolutely this concept of like, I need to work on things that fill me up on the inside. I find that I am not having a blast with the idea of contract work right now, even though it is an incredible thing, but I need to find something that's like truly enriching. And I also just need to work through my rebellious issues as well. Resistance to being employed by someone else. Those types of things might be part of the equation here. And there's more things to look at internally regarding like why I might not be having the best fun, if you will, with doing contract work so far. But I just know at the end of the day, happiness is just so fucking important to me, and I need to be working on something that charges me up so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Excuse me. The people that we look at that seem to be hustling 24/7 aren't doing it because they can hustle 24/7. They're doing it because they love what they do. And it's just so important to love the process of what you're doing, because when you truly love it, of course it's going to be challenging times, but overall it makes it so much easier to persevere because you love the action and you're obsessed with the action that goes into creating the process. For me, I need to get better at this right now. I need to get better at this. I'm not having as fun of a time as I once was with video editing right now. I fluctuate. I'm a real person. In a perfect world right now, literally all I would do is just energy work and consult with people on Notion, energy work stuff, mindset. That when I'm like getting past my own resistance to being a coach type of thing, that just does bring me the most happiness. That's why I spend so much time making content, for example. It's like another form of helping people. It's all just about impact at the end of the day. Okay, I'm gonna get back to watching Avengers Endgame because I love this movie. Goodbye. All I can think as I watch this right now is how much I wish that I could film every aspect of my life, all the breakthroughs, all the challenges, etc., and just create the greatest fucking documentation and storyline of my existence and projects and their evolution and my evolution and all of the progress. It would just be incredible. And there's so many social norms to break through there, and technology wise as well. Like I want to be able to throw up a ball and it record me, and then everything be able to easily edit it, whether that's be by myself or other people or just software in general. But it just should be easy to document everything. And like someday that will be the commodity, the whole like recording and editing process. And then it will be very based on like who is the best storyteller and who is worth the time and attention. I mean, it's like that to a degree right now as well, but it'll just even continue to climb in that aspect. But holy fuck, if I was Tony Stark right there and I figure out time travel, I would love to have that on camera. I need that on camera. I need that exact moment when I get that. And yet, right now, I just have so much challenge with even just recording in general, because I feel like the more I record, the harder it is to edit, and then I'm like, it's just a bad cycle and area to be in right now. But anyways, I look forward to when it's easier. But I'm still gonna enjoy it while it's more challenging. Also, I love alcohol. Alright, so progress in that type of format, that went actually pretty damn well. I tried to include the databases here type of thing, and then extra little points right here that would not make it into the database. Like it duplicates as well, like from past weeks, as well as things that just don't fit that type of experiment database, for example, in this specific case. But yeah, went pretty well. Gonna continue experimenting every damn week until I figure out the ideal system that lasts me the long term, just like my old one did for many months, weeks, almost like a year and a half or something crazy. I'm fucking moody right now, so I guess I'll just drink. Awful decision, but I want to drink and bike right now. I feel better about drinking knowing that I'm going to bike as well. Pretty good day so far, although I am judging myself a little bit too much right now. Have made some good progress in some areas, like started the Moxey energetic site, learned a little bit more about para method, and I'm excited about the areas especially and how I'm going to set that up. So I'm looking forward to that. But I really need to go for a bike ride right now, so let's do that now. Shout out to the legal version of drinking and driving. I don't know if this is actually legal, I just think it is. Okay, so here's the plan. Just gonna go for a quick bike ride. Feel like I'm too cooped up right now, so yeah, haven't left the house in fucking too long. So it's gonna be a nice little refresh real quick. Also, I'm drinking just too damn much right now. I am at 6 of 7, I think, this week. Awful, not proud of it at all, but gotta keep it real with you beautiful people. And also, I start to get just very irritated when I'm cooped up for too damn long, so I tried to like do things to escape. One of those things is unfortunately alcohol, which I have had control of in the past. I don't feel very empowered around it right now. I feel like I need like at least a drink daily. It's fucking awful. I'm not sitting there getting wasted. It's literally like a 2 or 3 drink max, but it's still, I'm not feeling in full control of it. I'm only like 2 minutes into this bike ride and I already feel like way better. Also, I like seeing people, and I like seeing those specific type of people who are okay with waving back and smile genuinely, and like, yeah, it's just sweet. That brings me joy a lot. So I'll just have a quick little rip, listen to some dubstep, and then we've got Leafs game. Final game of the series tonight for technically round 1, aka qualifier. And this is game 5, and they might actually advance for the first time ever. So I'm excited about that. Probably like 15 minutes into the bike ride so far. 1, I'm exhausted right now. I need water, really fucking bad. Like, I love the alcohol feeling during bike rides. I like water as well. So this is challenging right now, but in the process of this bike ride so far, I have seen so many people, and many of them were not my race and not my age. Also, not my gender at times too. And we still fucking treat each other with respect and kindness. So many ways, so many genuine smiles. It's fucking nice. So let this be a lesson. Observe what's going on in your real world as opposed to what's going on in your social media world, or what the news says, what your feed says, all of it. I don't know about you guys, but I am team human out here. Races are awesome. It's so cool that we can all be fucking different and all think differently, and so many different things in our differences. It's a beautiful thing. It's not a problematic thing unless you make it such. But yeah, I think it's just important to remember that we're all team human at the end of the day. Fuck's sakes, the hill approaches. Cue the fucking cinematic music. When your hill approaches you in life, you can either turn around, you can go around it, or you can go through it and build the confidence that comes from getting to that mountain. This is obviously not a mountain, it's a fucking hill, but it feels like a mountain in the moment. So we're gonna go through it and power through whether we feel like it or not. Dig deep and fucking keep going. Let's go, baby. All right, here we go. I want to quit so fucking bad right now. We keep going to that fucking sign. Fuck. I want to quit. I'm not going to. Yes! Oh, you have no idea what that represented. I need water so bad right now. I'm so proud of myself for powering through right there. That was very fucking challenging. It's those moments, man, when you don't feel like it, but you keep going anyways. That is life right there. Do you keep going or do you stop? I wanted to quit so fucking bad there, you have no idea. 4 seconds ago, I literally lost all fucking feeling in my legs. I'm actually concerned for my legs right now. I could fall over any fucking second. I'm gonna feel this in the quads tomorrow, I can tell you that. And it's these mini moments for me, these micro commitments that remind me of where my priorities lie in the grand scheme. What I mean by that is, am I willing to do what it takes? And the answer is yes. Given a long enough time frame, yes. That sucked, but it sucked in a great way. I could sleep right now, fuck me. Quick nap. I'm glad I don't give a shit that anyone else can see me vlogging at this point. It doesn't matter, it just doesn't. Opinions are fucking meaningless. The only thing that matters is your perspective of yourself. When you look yourself in the sleep, that doesn't make sense. When you look yourself in the mirror at night before you go to bed, that's what matters. That's the opinion that matters. Source's opinion of you, even though I can't judge, but yeah, Source's opinion matters too. Opinions everywhere. How many of them can you take to the bank? That's what counts. That's enough of a break. I am ready to go home, even though my legs are not. Holy shit, I am jello right now. Do you know how much I love this rain right now? This is perfection. I feel so, my headache is gone. Fuck yes. It's not because of the alcohol, I promise you that. It's because I was distracted with appreciation. I'm proud of myself. The amount of nice interaction I just had on that bike ride was just beautiful. And it so reminds me that what the media says is usually fucking bullshit. Out of body season right now, Jesus Christ. It's not because of the alcohol. Water has never tasted so fucking good. Okay, that might become like an iconic post for me. That's my first post written for the website right there. All I want to do is write post right now. I mean, like at a macro, not specifically in this moment, but just, oh my God, if I could do this every day, I would love this so much. It'd be fucking insane. It just is important though. Like my new goal is 100%, 10,000 posts. And if you're actually a follower of mine, you would understand that this actually comes from Seth Godin, because Seth Godin is the epitome of reps. And holy fuck, he became an amazing communicator because he continued to put in the reps over and over again, whether he felt like it or not. He just continues showing up. The man writes fucking 5 posts a day, posts one of them, and he's done this for God knows how long. It's insane. I love it. I respect it so fucking much. And for me, I just feel this. I just feel like this pull to daily blogging and something like that. There's just something there, man. There's just something there. In addition to everything. And like, man, I'm just telling you, content is just a beautiful thing. Especially when you're very impact focused. Just because I know what this can have impact wise on anyone who's paying attention and listening and watching and all the things. I'm grateful that you guys are all paying attention. It's amazing. And I hope you're actually getting impact and value. That is above all why I'm doing this. Nothing else matters if I'm not actually having an impact. 100% is my North Star. Am I having a positive impact on someone's existence? And if I am, you have no idea how happy that makes me. But now, time for leaves. What are we doing? Where is the person in front? Oh. I'm just disappointed. I don't even know what I thought the Leafs were gonna, like, oh God. Why'd you have to get my hopes up with the last fucking game? Anyways, it is what it is. My life definitely goes on. I'm thankful that I don't tie my happiness to sports, or else I'd be a miserable fuck cheering for this team. It is unfortunate that we can have so much fucking skill and so much potential and do nothing with it. I feel like the Leafs sometimes, if I'm being completely honest. I have so much skill inside of me, and I just feel like I can do so much more than what I've actually done in my life so far. It's disappointing that they're eliminated, but change is coming. And same for me as well. You can't continue to do the exact same thing and expect a different result. Things have to change. That is a requirement. That's sad that we're gonna fucking advance finally. On a brighter note, Workona is making life so much easier for me right now. It does have some bugs for sure, but overall, pretty fucking sick software. So I use it with my projects. So I'll have like, hey, I have all the joshmoxey.com tabs right here, which right now, actually, okay. So I do have a few things that aren't that, but got Elementor stuff. You've got advanced custom fields, all the things, and then we close it, boom, and then they all go back in there. And you can also keep open multiple tabs at once. So you've got like, hey, we've got learning open right now with those 4 up top. And then we've got joshmoxey.com right there. These are not, so it all operates all in one window, but these are actually hidden in the background. So I don't want all that RAM going, so I'll just close this real quick. And then boom, it's no longer hidden in the background at all. These 4 are open. So if they were hidden in the background, you can also like keep them open if you were wanting processes to go, but again, they're taking up RAM, so that's the problem with that. And then I'm just gonna close learning as well and go back to 0. It's pretty fucking simple. That is my main use case right there, but there's a lot more that I can do. I'll explore that as time goes on, but I think it's a way better tab management software than one tab, personally. I like it a lot. I just want to thank you guys for always watching and listening. It means the fucking world to me. If you got value, press that like button, comment what your favorite part was of this week, what your biggest takeaway was, and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any more content that is coming up. And I have, as always, just a ton. That is enough for me right now. Be well, be happy, chase the right things, don't choke like the Leafs, And as always, my name is my throat. My headache's back from the lease. Fuck me. Pressing F to pay respects.